You've probably never questioned it. The way you fall asleep, the position you curl into, the angle of your neck, the softness or stiffness of your pillow. You've been sleeping this way for decades. It's familiar. It's automatic. You close your eyes, turn onto your side or your back, or maybe even your stomach, and you drift into that nightly silence. And why wouldn't you? It's what your body has always done. What could possibly be wrong with something so routine? But here's the haunting truth: something so familiar, something as habitual as your sleeping posture, might be quietly hurting you. Not all at once, not dramatically, but slowly, subtly, year after year, night after night. Until one day you wake up and realize your neck is tighter than usual. Your lower back is stiffer. Your shoulders ache even though you didn't lift a thing. Your breathing seems shallower. You're snoring louder. And you say, maybe it's just age. But what if it's not just age? What if the way you've slept since you were a teenager, since you were 30, 40, 50, has been placing gentle, unrelenting pressure on the most vulnerable parts of your body? And what if changing one small thing could bring you relief, better circulation, deeper breathing, even more restful sleep? This isn't fear-mongering. This is about awareness. Because the most dangerous health issues as we age are not the ones that strike suddenly. They're the ones that creep in silently while we do something as innocent as sleep. The silent damage you don't feel until it's too late. We don't notice the slow things: a gradually stiffening spine, a narrowing airway, a tiny shift in joint alignment. We don't notice them until the pain becomes chronic or the fatigue becomes constant. And when that moment comes, we look for big causes: arthritis, age, disease. But we rarely ask, how has my body been spending 1/3 of every day for the last 30 years? Sleep is supposed to be restorative. Healing is sanctuary. But for millions of people, especially those over 50, the way we sleep has quietly become a source of strain. Neurosurgeons, spine specialists, pulmonologists, they've all said the same thing in different ways. Posture doesn't stop mattering when we close our eyes. In fact, nighttime posture may be more important than daytime posture. Because when you sit or stand, you adjust, you shift weight, you stretch one show. But when you sleep, you stay for hours in the same position, which means any misalignment is compounded. Not for minutes, but for hours each night multiplied by decades. Let's do the math. You sleep 7 hours a night. That's 49 hours a week, over 2,500 hours a year. If you're 60, you've already spent over 150,000 hours lying in a certain position. That's more time than you've spent eating, driving, or even sitting in your favorite chair. So ask yourself, do you know what that position is doing to your body? What happens when you sleep wrong for years? Let's break this down. Not in medical jargon, but in real understandable consequences. Neck pain. If you sleep with your head too elevated or too low, you place chronic stress on the cervical spine. Over time, this can compress nerves, reduce range of motion, and cause chronic headaches. Back pain. Sleeping on your stomach, common in younger adults, can hyperextend the lower spine. As you age, your spine loses fluid and flexibility, making it far more sensitive to poor alignment. Chronic back stiffness may not come from old age, but from old habits. Shoulder compression side sleepers who tuck one arm under their head or pillow often develop frozen shoulder rotator cuff irritation or tingling fingers. Numbness at night isn't always a circulation issue. It's often a compression issue. Facial asymmetry and wrinkles. Believe it or not, long-term side, sleeping with your face pressed into a pillow, can distort skin tension, contributing to asymmetrical aging. Facial flattening on one side and deep sleep lines that don't fade. Airway restriction and snoring. Certain sleeping positions, especially back, sleeping without head elevation can cause the tongue and soft palate to collapse backward, narrowing the airway. This leads to snoring, poor oxygenation, and even mild sleep apnea, even if you don't have a diagnosis. Poor lymphatic drainage. Your brain's natural detox system, the glymphatic system, works most efficiently during deep sleep in specific positions. The wrong posture can reduce how effectively your brain clears waste, potentially affecting long-term cognitive health. And yet, we rarely talk about this, because unlike a twisted ankle or a bad fall, the damage isn't immediate. It's gradual, silent, invisible until it's not. I just thought I was getting older. Let me tell you about Susan. She's 68, retired, and had been waking up for the last 5 years with a sore neck, low energy, and increasing stiffness in her right hip. She tried massages, physical therapy, anti-inflammatories. Nothing worked long-term. One day during a routine visit, her doctor asked a simple question: "How do you sleep?" She said, "On my right side. Always have. The doctor paused. "Do you ever switch?" "Not really. It's just comfortable." But when they took a closer look, everything aligned: the shoulder pain on the right side, the hip discomfort, the uneven tightness. Her right side had been bearing her body weight for nearly 7 hours a night. For decades. She was literally sleeping into her pain. Susan began using a body pillow to align her knees, support her top shoulder, and gently rotate her torso. She also alternated sides every few nights. Within 3 weeks, her pain decreased. Her energy came back, and she said something powerful. "I thought my body was falling apart. Turns out it was just trying to tell me I needed to change how I sleep." This isn't about fear, it's about empowerment. This isn't meant to scare you. You don't need to throw out your bed, buy expensive gear, or become obsessive. But you do need to pay attention, because small changes at night can yield big improvements in how you feel during the day. Think about your current sleep setup. What position do you fall asleep in most often? What kind of pillow do you use? Do you ever wake up with numbness, soreness, or stiffness? Do you snore more now than you did 10 years ago? These aren't small questions. These are signals. And in the next part of our journey, we're going to explore exactly which sleep positions are helping or harming you. We'll look at the pros and cons of back sleeping, side sleeping, and stomach sleeping. And most importantly, I'll show you how to gently shift your sleep posture without disrupting your rest. Because at this stage of life, every night of sleep matters, and every morning of pain is one too many. If someone asked you to name the most important thing for your health at this stage in life, you might say nutrition or exercise or medication. And you'd be right. But how often do you say how I sleep? Literally the way my body is positioned during those 7 or 8 hours. Most people don't. Most people never do. But what if I told you that your sleeping position, something so unconscious, so automatic, may have more to do with your neck stiffness, your lower back pain, your snoring, and even your morning brain fog than you've ever imagined? Let's make one thing clear. There is no perfect way to sleep. Your body is unique, but there are ways of sleeping that tend to support the natural alignment of the spine, promote healthy breathing, and protect your joints. And there are ways of sleeping that quietly, invisibly undermine all of that, over years, even decades. So let's take a deeper look. No judgment, just awareness. And then we'll talk about what you can actually do. Sleeping on your back, the angel and the risk. This position is often seen as the ideal in sleep studies. Why? Because when done correctly, sleeping on your back allows your spine, neck, and head to rest in a neutral position. Your weight is distributed evenly. There's no twist, no curl, no pressure on joints. It's a natural way to align the skeleton. But, and it's a big but, it's also a position that comes with serious risks if you're over 50, especially if you have sleep apnea or snore. Here's why: when you lie on your back, gravity can pull your tongue and soft palate backward, narrowing your airway. For some people, this causes snoring. For others, it contributes to obstructive sleep apnea, a condition where breathing stops for short periods during sleep. You might not even know it's happening, but your brain does, and it keeps pulling you out of deep sleep to rescue your breath, leaving you exhausted the next morning without knowing why. Clues this is happening to you. You snore louder than you used to. You often wake up with a dry mouth. You feel tired despite sleeping 7-8 hours. Your partner says you gasp or stop breathing at night. Back sleeping tips, if you choose to keep it. Use a thinner pillow under your head to avoid tilting the chin forward. Place a small pillow or rolled towel under your knees to ease back tension. Consider elevating the upper body slightly with an adjustable base or wedge pillow. If you snore, talk to a sleep specialist. Don't wait. Sleeping on your side, the safe haven, or the subtle saboteur. Side sleeping is the most common sleep position, especially as we age. It reduces snoring, supports the digestion, and is often recommended for those with back pain or pregnancy. It's also the position most recommended for spinal alignment, if done properly. But here's the catch: most people don't do it properly. They curl up too tightly, putting strain on the neck and hips. They let one shoulder collapse forward. They keep their top leg twisted down, pulling on the spine. And they sleep with their head too high or too low, causing chronic neck strain. Over time, these misalignments lead to shoulder bursitis, frozen shoulder, hip tightness, lower back compression, numbness or tingling in the arms. Signs your side sleeping needs adjustment. You wake up with a sore or stiff neck. One shoulder feels tighter or more painful. You toss and turn from side to side all night. You experience tingling or dead arm sensations. Side sleeping tips for better alignment. Use a medium firm pillow that supports your head and keeps your neck level with your spine. Place a pillow between your knees. This aligns your hips and relieves lower back tension. Consider a body pillow to support your upper arm and prevent shoulder compression. Alternate sides every few nights to prevent asymmetrical pressure over time. Side sleeping done with care can be one of the most restorative positions, especially for breathing and digestion. But when done carelessly, it's like folding your body in half for 8 hours. Eventually, it pushes back. Sleeping on your stomach, the quiet destroyer. You might have started as a stomach sleeper in your 20s or 30s. Maybe it felt safe or comforting or just natural. But for most people, especially over 50, this position quietly erodes spinal health, neck alignment, and muscular balance. Why? Because when you sleep on your stomach, your head has to turn sharply to one side. Not for a few minutes, but for hours. This twists your cervical spine, compresses nerves, and causes inflammation. Meanwhile, your lower back is forced into a hyperextended arch, stressing the lumbar spine and surrounding muscles. Long-term stomach sleeping has been linked to chronic neck pain, nerve impingement, lower back stiffness, muscle imbalance between sides, facial wrinkles and jaw misalignment, stomach sleeping red flags. You wake up with neck pain or tightness. You need to stretch your back every morning. You grind your teeth or clench your jaw at night. You've developed chronic jaw or TMJ issues. What if you can't stop sleeping this way? You're not alone. Habits are powerful, but transition is possible. Try this. Start sleeping on your side with a body pillow hugged close. This mimics the pressure and comfort of stomach sleeping. Use a firmer mattress to discourage sinking face down. Consider wearing a soft t-shirt with a small pillow sewn into the front. Yes, people really do this, to prevent rolling over. Begin with just one night a week of sleeping in a new position. Small steps matter. Remember, even partial change can make a major difference over time. The night you stop letting pain win. Let me tell you about Mark, 62. He was a lifelong stomach sleeper. Proud of it. Said it helped him fall asleep faster. But for years, he'd been waking up with jaw pain, tension headaches, and tightness in his mid-back. His doctor prescribed painkillers. A chiropractor cracked his back. Nothing helped. One day, his granddaughter asked him why his head tilted when he walked. He didn't even notice it, but others did. That night, something clicked. He thought, could this all really be from how I sleep? He made one change. Just one. He started sleeping on his side with a body pillow under his arm and between his knees. It wasn't easy at first, but after a week, the headaches faded. After a month, the back pain was gone. 6 months later, he said this: changing how I sleep didn't just change my nights. It changed how I stand, how I move, how I live. Tonight, take a moment to notice. Before you climb into bed tonight, pause. Look at your pillow. Feel your mattress. Ask yourself, where does my weight go? Is my spine in a straight line? Is my neck tilted up or bent down? Are my shoulders and hips sinking or stacked evenly? These are quiet questions, but they yield loud results. In the next part, we'll build your sleep setup, including how to choose the right pillow mattress, firmness, and support tools for your age and sleep style. Because better sleep isn't just about the position, it's about the foundation you lie on every night. We'll also begin crafting your nighttime posture ritual, a series of 3-minute body checks to gently train your body into alignment before you close your eyes. No effort, just awareness, because the night doesn't have to hurt. Not anymore. If you've made it this far, you've already done something powerful. You've questioned a habit. You've paused to ask what so few people over 50 ever ask. Is the way I sleep actually helping me or hurting me? And that small act of questioning is where healing begins. Because here's the truth, when you wake up sore, stiff, foggy, or exhausted, your first thought shouldn't be, I'm just getting old. It should be, what's happening during the 7 hours? I'm unconscious every night. You might not control what dreams come, but you do control what your body's lying on. What position you fall asleep in. What rituals you use to lead yourself toward rest. So let's talk about how to create a healing sleep setup. Not just for tonight, but for every night moving forward. Your mattress. the ground beneath the ground. Let's start with what lies beneath you. Your mattress. If it's more than 8 years old, there's a chance it's already lost the support your spine desperately needs. But this isn't about buying the most expensive brand. It's about understanding what your body needs now. As we age, we need 3 things from a mattress. Even weight distribution, to relieve pressure on hips, shoulders, and joints. Spinal alignment, to prevent twisting and sinking. Responsive support, firm enough to hold, soft enough to comfort. Warning signs your mattress is part of the problem. You wake up more sore than when you went to sleep. You roll into the center or feel like you're sinking. You feel numbness or tingling in limbs when you wake. You constantly toss and turn trying to get comfortable. What to consider? If you sleep on your side, consider a medium-firm mattress that allows your shoulders and hips to sink slightly while keeping your spine aligned. If you sleep on your back, look for a firm mattress that supports the natural curve of your lower back. If you're a combination sleeper, consider a hybrid mattress with a blend of support and softness, especially one that doesn't transfer motion. You don't need to spend thousands. You just need to match your mattress to your posture. Because when your foundation is off, your whole body pays the price. Your pillow, the unsung hero of neck health. Your head weighs between 10 and 12 pounds. That's like balancing a bowling ball on top of your spine. And your pillow? It cannot one. It's the only thing standing between comfort and chronic tension. A bad pillow can overextend your neck, compress your shoulder, block your airway, trigger headaches. Signs your pillow may be working against you. You wake up with neck or shoulder pain. You constantly fold or fluff your pillow during the night. You sleep with your arm under your pillow, a red flag that the pillow isn't doing its job. You notice snoring gets worse when your head tilts backward. Quick tips based on your position. Side sleepers choose a firm, high loft pillow to fill the gap between your ear and shoulder. Your neck should be level, not tilting up or down. Back sleepers use a medium loft pillow that cradles your head but keeps your chin from tipping forward. Some people benefit from a small neck roll or contour pillow. Stomach sleepers. Honestly, ditch the pillow altogether or use a very thin one under your forehead or chest. Better yet, train toward side sleeping. Bonus tip, don't forget your knee and body pillows. A pillow between the knees for side sleepers or under the knees for back sleepers can relieve back pressure and improve circulation. The 3-minute nightly ritual that can change everything. It's not just about what you sleep on. It's also about how you enter sleep. If you go to bed with a tense body, a racing mind, and no awareness of posture, your sleep will reflect that. But with a simple 3-minute practice, you can shift your nervous system from on to off, from fight or flight to rest and digest, from busy to still. Here's how. Minute 1, breathe and scan. Lie on your back or side. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in for 4 counts, hold for 4, and breathe out slowly for 6. Do this 3 times. Now scan your body, from your feet to your head. To notice any tension, let it soften. Minute 2, align and adjust. Feel your spine. Is your head too high or low? Adjust your pillow. Are your shoulders stacked? Hips aligned. Place a pillow where needed. Between knees, under arms. You're sculpting your rest like a gentle architect. Minute 3, release and commit. Think a simple phrase. Something gentle, something kind. I am safe. I am supported. I will rest. Let your jaw soften. Let your hands unclench. Let your belly rise and fall like waves. That's it. You're ready to let go. And that's the key, letting go. Most people fall into bed with the day still clinging to their muscles, their breath, their thoughts. This ritual clears that. It makes space for sleep to come, to you not be chased. Meet Rosa, 71 and sleeping like she's 41. Rosa was a retired librarian who had spent years sleeping on the same mattress she and her late husband bought in 1991. She thought her aches were just normal. She took ibuprofen in the morning, stretched in the afternoon, and dozed off in a recliner most nights because the bed made her feel worse. Her granddaughter, a physical therapy student, came to visit one weekend and asked her the simplest question. Nana, do you feel safe when you lie down? That question cracked something open. Rosa had never thought of sleep as a place where her body needed to feel safe, supported, aligned to one heard. So they made small changes, replaced her mattress topper with a firmer support, bought a new ergonomic pillow, added a body pillow to prevent her from rolling into painful positions, practiced a bedtime ritual every night with prayer, breathing, and kindness. After 2 weeks, Rosa slept through the night for the first time in years. After 2 months, she was walking easier. Her posture improved. Her smile returned. "I didn't know I was bracing myself to go to bed," she said. "Now I lie down and I'm welcomed." Let your sleep become a place of healing. We talk so much about food, fitness, and medicine, but sleep is the one place your body does all the work without needing you to lift a finger. The question is, are you giving it what it needs? A mattress that lifts instead of sinks. A pillow that holds instead of strains. A ritual that soothes instead of scrambles. Sleep is not just about shutting off. It's about coming home to a body that can finally exhale. In the final part of our journey, we'll look at how sleep posture and quality affect your entire health picture, from blood pressure to brain aging. I'll also give you the 7-night posture reset challenge, a gentle experiment that could transform not only your nights, but your days, your movement, your confidence, and even your outlook on aging. Because it's never too late to start sleeping on your side and on your own side. You've heard it said that sleep is important. You've known it for years. But maybe no one ever told you just how central it is. That the quality of your sleep, and more importantly, the way your body sleeps, doesn't just affect how you feel in the morning. It shapes your health, your memory, your energy, and your ability to stay independent and fully alive in this world. Because the truth is, the right sleeping posture doesn't just reduce aches and stiffness. It can impact your blood pressure, your immune system, your brain's ability to remove toxins, your risk of heart disease and stroke, your emotional balance, even your ability to fight off depression and dementia. That's why this isn't a small conversation. This isn't about soft pillows and firm mattresses. It's about the very foundation of your healing. Because while your body does a lot during the day, the real repair happens at night. Your brain while you sleep, cleaning house, protecting memory. During deep sleep, your brain activates something called the glymphatic system. Think of it as your brain's cleaning crew. It removes waste, clears out excess proteins like beta amyloid, which is linked to Alzheimer's, and resets your nervous system. But here's the critical piece. This system works best when your body is positioned properly, especially in side sleeping with good spinal alignment. In fact, some studies show left side sleeping may enhance this process more than any other position. When you sleep misaligned, head too high, back twisted, airway partially blocked, your brain doesn't get to do its job efficiently. Toxins build, mental clarity fades, and you wake up foggy, grumpy, or forgetful again and again, day after day. Now imagine giving your brain exactly what it needs: a clear airway, a stable spine, a calm nervous system. What might shift? Memory, focus, emotional resilience, probably all of the above. Your heart while you sleep, pressure or peace. Your cardiovascular system relies on nighttime rest to restore itself. But poor posture can increase pressure on your chest cavity and elevate your heart rate during sleep, especially when you lie flat on your back with a poor pillow or sleep in a twisted position that compresses circulation. The result: your heart works harder, even when it's supposed to be resting. But when you find the right position, a gentle side sleep with support between your knees, your chest open, your breathing unobstructed, your blood pressure can normalize, your heart rate slows, and your heart finally gets what it rarely gets during the day: a break. Over time, that break adds up to real cardiovascular benefits. Your mood and spirit while you sleep. Finding stillness again. You may have noticed this when you sleep poorly. Even small things become harder. You forget names. You get short-tempered. The world feels heavier. But when you sleep well, life softens. You're more patient, more grateful, more yourself. That's not just in your head. It's in your hormones. Bad posture during sleep can cause stress hormones like cortisol to remain elevated. Proper rest lowers them. It also boosts serotonin, melatonin, and the subtle chemical symphony that makes joy feel possible again. And in your 50s, 60s, 70s, joy matters more than ever. Not because life is perfect, but because you've earned peace. You've earned calm. You've earned mornings without pain. And the way you sleep can help you reclaim that. The 7-night posture reset challenge. Let's make this practical. Over the next 7 nights, I want to invite you into a gentle, self-guided experiment. A way to feel the difference that awareness, position, and support can make. Night 1, observe, don't change anything. Just notice. What position do you fall asleep in? What hurts when you wake up? Night 2, align. Try using a pillow between your knees. Side sleepers or under your knees, back sleepers. Use a flatter pillow under your head if your chin tilts up. Night 3, scan do the 3-minute body scan before bed. Breathe away your disser. Align one. Let your jaw relax. Night 4, adjust environment. Make your room darker, quieter, add white noise if needed. Light impacts posture too. It affects how long you stay still. Night 5, support, use a body pillow. Hug it. Let it support your shoulder, your arm, your hip. Feel what ease feels like. Night 6, ritual, repeat a nighttime affirmation. My body is safe. I am supported. I will rest. Night 7, reflect, how do you feel? What changed? Write it down. Make a plan for what you'll keep. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to pay attention. One story to carry you forward. Dan's second sleep. Dan was 74, a retired woodworker. Still strong, still proud. But every morning he rolled out of bed with a groan. His wife joked that he sounded like an old house creaking. He'd always slept on a sagging mattress, head propped on 2 pillows. He never questioned it, until one day he had a fall. Not a big one, but enough to scare him. The ER doctor asked him how he slept. Dan shrugged. Same way I always have. The doctor said something simple. Then maybe that's the problem. Dan's daughter bought him a new mattress and a contoured pillow. He resisted. I've slept this way my whole life. But he gave it 1 week. That week changed his life. I woke up without the creak, he said. I stood up like I used to 20 years ago. Turns out I didn't need new knees. I needed new sleep. Tonight is the beginning, not the end. The position you sleep in is not just a habit. It's a choice. His second was sin sana one. A message, a contract with your body. Every night you can choose to support your spine or compress it. You can choose to open your lungs or restrict them. You can choose to let your body rest or wrestle. The difference isn't just in how you sleep. It's in how you wake up. So tonight, before you turn out the light, ask your body, are you comfortable? Are you aligned? Are you ready to truly rest? If not, make one small change. One adjustment. One pillow moved. One breath deepened. One new ritual begun. Because you deserve more than just sleep. You deserve healing. If this video resonated with you, share it with someone you love. A partner who snores. A parent who wakes up in pain. A friend who thinks they're just getting old. And if you're ready to begin your own sleep transformation, leave a comment. Tonight I sleep with awareness. You've slept like this for years. But now, you get to choose again. And your body will thank you. Not just in the morning, but for the rest of your life.